You've all heard me talking about being, a ride-or-die chick.
Everything, I hold down the crown, I run everything. Iron fist like Pablo Ruda Medellin. Ride or die queen and she holds me down. Always by my side when my friends can't be found. Lingerie so every day is going down. She's a rider, I said my baby she's a rider. Ride or die queen and she holds me down. Always by my side when my friends can't be found. Lingerie so every day is going down. She's a rider, I said my baby she's a rider.
Let me tell you what a dope ride-or-die chick is. Your man's going through a financial moment. Y'all both go out and get jobs, work a little harder. You split a slice of pizza. You get one slice and split it in the middle. That's riding or dying together. That's college love. All heard me talking about being, a ride.
Shorty, give me one more chance. Shorty, ride, give me one more chance. Shorty, give me one more chance. Shorty, ride, give me one more chance.
Like that.
Shorty, give me one more chance. Shorty, ride, give me one more chance.
It's your boy Shorty Rock.
Shorty, give me one more chance. Shorty, ride, give me one more chance. Shorty, give me one more chance. Shorty, ride, give me one more chance.
First things first, Shorty Rock. But listen, what I need you to do right now is you need to go on your phones real quick. I want you guys to go to www.thecoliseum.com and make sure you subscribe to the Khaliseum. The Khaliseum is a website. It's a movie streaming social network where you can actually watch over 500 television shows, movies, independent films, major blockbuster films, as well as podcasts as well. So you can watch this podcast as well as 5 other podcasts that we personally produce here at the Khaliseum. And you can also buy clothes and buy tickets to events and a whole bunch of other cool things. But it is the world's first movie streaming social network. So make sure you go to www.thecoliseum.com. For only $2.99 a month, you too can participate in the Khaliseum and watch the movies. But also, I want you to tune in to the Khaliseum and get subscribed because we released our own official independent film called The Gift, which is shot and directed by me, and it features a lot of local independent actors in the Tampa Bay area, and it's a really cool movie. It's a love drama type of movie, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy it, but it is exclusively on the Khaliseum. You can also download it if you are a Android user. Just go to Khaliseum.com. It'll pop right up. Or just go to your Google Play Store and you can download our Android app. But regardless, if you are an iPhone user like myself or Microsoft or whatever you're using, Fire, whatever you're using, all you got to do is go to the website and you can access everything that is a part of the Khaliseum. All right. So we have a very we had a very beautiful special guest. You know what I'm saying? Back like she'd never been here before. But we're gonna definitely get into that interview right after we do our current events. And yeah. So listen, if you are on YouTube right now, we are streaming live, so if you want to actually leave something in the chat, you could definitely do that. We are streaming live on YouTube, youtube.com/The Khaliseum. And then we also launched our new website officially today, ShortyRocNYC.com. So you can check that out. Hopefully we'll be able to open up the Patreon to put some behind the scene things in there as well. But primarily you're going to be able to stream and watch all of our podcasts at ShortyRocNYC.com. All right. So please tell a friend to tell a friend. If you're on Facebook, please share this and tell your friends to tune in. It's going to be a great show. All right. Okay. So first and foremost, let's go ahead and jump right into our current events. Now, unfortunately, a lot of these current events are a little down. It's definitely been a rough week in entertainment and hip hop, because we primarily cover hip hop and entertainment. But so it's been kind of a rough week. But we're gonna get through these current events. So unfortunately, we got to start off with some bad news. Well, pretty much all three of these are gonna be bad. I'm gonna keep it real. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna put it out there. All three of these is bad. We normally funny ones, some good news and all that, but this news is actually bad, all three of them. Okay, so the first one is Stevie J, VH1's Love and Hip Hop. If you don't, if you are familiar with the Love and Hip Hop series, Stevie J, who used to be in a relationship with Jocelyn Hernandez, the Latina singer, and he's also a major music producer who produced hits for Puff Daddy, Bad Boy Records, and my personal favorite, Biggie Smalls, Notorious B.I.G. So that is who Stevie J is. But unfortunately, Stevie J married Biggie Smalls' ex-wife, Faith Evans. So they've been in a relationship for a number of years now. And it was kind of shocking when they first got married, but it looks like Stevie J caught Faith Evans sleeping with another man in his own house. Stevie J went on, I don't know if it was Facebook Live or probably was Instagram Live, and live streamed the incident. And I don't know, it's just we need to send some prayers to that family over there. You know what I'm saying? Because in the video that I watched of Stevie J confronting his wife, Faith did not care. Faith was not remorseful whatsoever. She was screaming at him, saying that she hates him and all this other stuff. And I'm like, good Lord. So that was a very sad situation. So prayers go out to Stevie J and Faith Evans. Hopefully they can work it out. Hopefully, but I don't know. But anyway, so that's Stevie J. Salute to Stevie J, man. Hopefully he can bounce back. All right, next up. Okay, this is another situation. This is all happening within this week. You know what I'm saying? This is all happening within this week, and it's crazy. So another incident that took place recently at a battle rap concert. Now, as you know, I used to be a battle rapper a long time ago. We had a few battle rappers on the couch, and we've interviewed a couple of the most famous battle rappers of all time on our YouTube channel. So this one is a little, it's a little disheartening. But when people battle, they be saying all time. We was talking to Logi a couple episodes ago. Logi is a female battle rapper, and we were talking about how people saying disrespectful things in their raps. And one of the things that she said was like, look, you can say whatever you want to say, but then you have to worry about the consequences that follow you being disrespectful in your battle raps. You know what I'm saying? Now, I've seen some crazy situations take place at battle rap arenas, but mostly they kept it kind of cool. They kept it professional, but in my opinion, one of the reasons why I don't battle rap no more is for the simple fact that people be saying all type of crazy, wild, ridiculous things. And I'm sensitive, man. I'm sensitive. I'm going to keep it real. I'm sensitive. Don't talk about my mama. Don't talk about my kids. You know what I'm saying? Don't talk about me. Like I'm going to get upset. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, I'm not the only one, because at a recent battle rapper event, a battle rapper by the name of Stampede was stabbed. Yes, he was stabbed. Now, thankfully, he's okay. He's definitely recovering, but he did have to be taken to the hospital. Some people are saying that it's over some disrespectful lyrics, that maybe he was rapping, or maybe, you know, people just got took the battle rap a little bit too serious. But either way, man, like I just don't understand. I just don't understand how people could be so disrespectful in rap like that. Like rap is rap is a competitive genre of music, I guess, but at the same time, it's like, look, if you guys are gonna battle rap, there should be a certain understanding of the lines that you should and should not cross. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know La G was giving us a lot of insight into the battle rap contracts, and one of the things that she was saying is that, you know, you could put it in the contract for a person not to be able to talk about certain things that you don't want them to talk about, and that should be respected on both sides. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, people still tend to cross that line, you know. So I don't know what's going to happen with the compensation or what's going on with the battle rap at this point. But prayers go out to Stampede, the battle rapper. Hopefully he makes a speedy recovery. And hopefully he's able to get back in the ring and have no more incidents, because that's just a very unfortunate thing. All right. Okay, so lastly, last of the bad news, and I hate to have all bad news, but I mean, this is what's going on in hip hop today. This is going on in entertainment. But Young Dolph, a very successful hip hop artist from Memphis, Tennessee, was shot and killed this past week. Actually, it happened a couple days ago in his hometown in Memphis. It looks like he was ambushed and gunned down at looks like a cookie shop that he was actually promoting a few days prior. You know, just trying to support African American business, and he was there trying to support him. And unfortunately, the streets caught up with him. Now, this is one of the things that I have to stress to people, is that, you know, when you're living an entertainment life, you're climbing the ladder of success. Is a price sometimes when it comes to shining and exaggerating things and wearing big jewelry and flashy cars and all these things that kind of make you a target, especially if you're going back and forth through the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing if you're in a very beautiful neighborhood, nice neighborhood, everybody got stuff, but it's like when you're flashy and you have a lot of material things. And Young Dolph was a well-known millionaire. Unfortunately, there's probably certain places you probably should avoid or stay out of. And I don't know if it was like a robbery attempt or anything like that, but I do know that a young man has passed away, and a family is out there hurting. And it's an unfortunate situation, but I think it is a learning experience for all of us to just be a little bit more mindful of our situations that we get into, be a little bit mindful of our surroundings, to make sure that we're extra safe. And listen, if you are if you're rich and you famous, get some security, man. Get some security, because it could be a life and death situation. So unfortunately, Young Dolph is no longer with us. I ain't gonna lie, man, I really enjoyed his music, man. Like, I was listening to his music last night in the club, and it was just like, man, this young man had a lot of potential, and he should have been still with us. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, he's not. And hopefully we don't lose any more rappers, but it's look like, good Lord, a lot is happening in rap. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely need to be praying for our brothers and sisters who are deciding to be in entertainment at a high level. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want to help the hood, we want to help our people, but at the same time, we need to be careful. You know what I'm saying? And we need to know when and when not to leave or to go back. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Young Dolph and his family. Our hearts and our prayers are with them. and hopefully they'll be able to get through this time without any further incidents. All right. So listen, if you have any news, if you have any videos that you would like us to share here at the Shorty Rock NYC show, please go ahead and inbox us on Instagram or Facebook. If you have any desire to advertise or to appear on the show, make sure you hit us up on the Instagram, or you can go directly to ShortyRocNYC.com and fill out our questionnaire, and someone will get back to you ASAP to get you on the show or to showcase some of your videos. All right. So anyway, that is our current events. So we are going to jump right into our interview. And ladies and gentlemen, this beautiful young lady is a mother. She is a wonderful, beautiful spirit, and I believe she does fitness and cosmetics as well, kinda. I was looking at your YouTube. You doing some stuff over there. We're gonna talk about it, all right? But ladies and gentlemen, Miss Sherry LaBrant. Phones, and I want you to put it all the way up real quick. Slide it all the way up. Okay, good. Now go.
Hi. Did that work? Can you hear me?
We on, baby.
Okay.
We on now. That's what I'm talking
All right.
about. All right, Miss LaBrant. Okay, so first and foremost, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to the people who don't know who you are.
Hey, well, my name is Sherry LaBrant. I'm just a regular person, but I guess maybe how I'm mildly known is that my son is Cole LaBrant, and he has a YouTube channel, and they call it the LaBrant Fam. So I'm the mother-in-law to Savannah LaBrant and grandma to Everly, Posey, and Zealand, and they're pregnant again.
Okay,
and then,
congratulations.
Well, thank you. So I'll be a grandma again. And let's see, Cole and I, we did the Amazing Race a few years ago. We came in second place, and that's about it. You know, besides that, I'm just, just another Tampa girl. So
I beg to differ.
Thank you.
I think that I think you have an amazing story. I did have the privilege of hearing it one time before.
That's right. That's right.
I'm not gonna make you rehash everything.
But wasn't there like some filming issues or
Yes.
something? Yeah.
Oh my God! And you know who you are because I know you watching the show. We done did a whole. It felt like 3 hours.
I know.
3-hour interview, and unfortunately, it was fun. We was laughing. I found out we went to the same high school, which was so crazy.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because we went to the same high school in a totally different state.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Different times.
Different times,
but still same high school.
Same high school, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Reed High School.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Reed.
Stone Mountain, Georgia. You know what I mean? I don't even know if I told you this, but I don't know if I told you or not. But like, I went to Reed for 2 years, and I got kicked out of Reed. Did I tell you that?
No.
Reed kicked me out, man. Kick me out.
What did you do to get kicked out?
God, listen. I've been a bad boy. You know what I'm saying? I am reformed now, though.
Okay. My mom would
You know what I'm
have
saying?
kicked my butt if I did anything to get kicked out of school.
My mom did too. She literally did. You know what I'm saying? But I'll tell you just real quick. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'll tell America now. But like, Reed High School, right? So, right now, Atlanta is like filled with like New Yorkers. Like, it's a ridiculous amount of people from up north in Atlanta right now. But when I first moved down to Atlanta, this was like when I was like in 9th grade. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that many people from New York as there is now.
Okay.
And so a lot of people who were originally from Atlanta didn't really like people from New York, at least at Reed Inn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I could see that.
So like we used to always have like little issues. Like we walk down the street, walk down the hallways, and people would like make fun of us for like how we were dressing. I thought we was fly, you know what I'm saying? Like thinking we the most flyest people in the world, you know what I'm saying? We're from New York. But people used to always say stuff to us, so it would always be like a little tension between the people from up north and the people from down south. So to make a long story short, we got into like a clash, like my friends and my brother's friends, and we got into like a little clash with some dudes from Atlanta, and it turned into like this big, huge brawl right in the front of the lawn every day. And so look. So here's the crazy part, right? So, the school administrators, right? They was grabbing everybody. So, because the teachers was trying to break it up, it was crazy. It was like probably 10 of us. You know what I'm saying? Was trying to grab her, but they didn't really know who exactly was fighting, right?
Right.
So they wind up suspending us, right? But they told us we had to come back in for like a hearing, so they can like so they said we had to have a hearing with our parents, right? So the ones that got caught, which was me, my brother, and like 2 other dudes, and the other guys wasn't even in there because they didn't even go to the school. You know what I'm saying? They had just been up there that day. But anyway, so they brought us in this hearing, right? So we in the hearing, and me and my brother, we already like, look, we apologize. You know, we should have never started the fight. We should have never, this would never happen. I'm thinking like, we're having this hearing so they can make sure that we're sorry, right? So me and my brother got this big long speech. We're sorry, blah 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 blah, right? We take full responsibility. My other friends who's here, it's not their fault. It's totally our fault, right? So at the end of the meeting, I'm thinking the assistant principal and the principal is going to be like, oh, okay, you guys can come back. They was like, oh, okay, so it was just you two? We was like, yeah, it's just us, sorry, apologize. And they come to find out, they was like, okay, we didn't know who was really a part of it. And so since it's you two,
Y'all are out.
you guys can't come back here.
That's fine.
So my other 2 friends, they got to go back to school, and we got literally expelled from not only from Redan, but like the whole county.
Yeah, because then you can't go to any of the county schools.
Exactly. I was like, oh my God. I should have been like, my friends have been like, I don't know who was fighting. We was, you know what I'm saying? So that was, I don't know, that was just a crazy situation at Redan. But I wound up actually going back there. I went back for a little bit, but then I just felt so labeled, and I felt like, oh my God, like the teachers is looking at me crazy, like I'm a menace to society. So I just wound up going to another school. But yeah, I used to play football for them too.
Oh.
Yeah. But anyway.
I cheered for them.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Oh, look at that.
Well, yeah.
Small world. Okay, so Miss LaBrant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about you, just as a person, as far as like before you got online, got on the internet, like just how was life growing up?
Well, okay, so let's see.
And put the microphone a little bit closer.
Okay, a little closer. Can you hear me now?
Because we are on Spotify and we're on 8 other platforms where they're just listening to us. So you got to keep that microphone close.
It, yeah.
Okay.
All right, so let's see. Growing up, I'll start from the beginning. I'm a teenage mom, and my mom and dad married, and then they divorced, and were divorced for a little while. And then I think when I was around the 4th or 5th grade, they got remarried to each other again. And so cool. I have 2 younger brothers. So I have 2 younger brothers, but they're my full brothers. And actually, one of them lives really close to here, and then the other one lives in South Georgia.
Now, where are you originally from?
Well, I was born in Birmingham, but grew up outside of the Atlanta area, like Stone Mountain and those kind of.
Okay.
So when I was really little, it was I think we did live more in downtown Atlanta, but then we moved to the outskirts. Let's see. Then got married pretty young and just started having. Got married at 20, and then at 24, had my first baby, and I was pregnant almost every other year. So I have a total of 6 kids now. Okay. I have 5 sons, and the youngest is a little girl. And so,
which is shocking, because you look amazing.
Oh, thank you. Well, I kind of hide
Listen.
the mommy tummy a little
Listen,
bit.
that does not look like a mommy tummy at all.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
That's where I guess being stubborn kind of pays off a little bit because, I mean, definitely having children changes. You know, your body does change, but I just didn't want it to. I didn't want to be out of shape and everything. I always want it to be, you know, always in shape, always in healthy. And
Hey,
so.
you have accomplished that goal.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you. But yeah, so just for a majority of my life, I was a stay-at-home mom. Kids I homeschooled them for a little bit, but then they did some private school. They went to public school. They were involved in baseball and soccer, and so I was a sports mom. Run all over the place, and yep, just that was really just like my main focus for the majority of my life. And then that's when Cole got started, when he was a teenager, started doing Vine.
Okay.
And then that was like, I wasn't on social. I think I had a Facebook page because a bunch of us for our high school reunion, we all connected on Facebook, but it kind of kept a lot of that private. And then when you got a son that's starting to get famous, it kind of pulls all of us in. So
Okay,
and
now how did that happen?
well, that's
From like regular, stay-at-home mom,
living in Alabama,
regular kids,
regular kids.
You know what I'm saying? Then all of a sudden your son gets famous. Like, how does that even?
Well, okay, so and you had to realize that we didn't understand. I didn't know what any of this stuff was, and so he and a couple of his buddies in the neighborhood. There was this app called Vine, and it was like 6-second videos.
Right.
And I think that the Vine was having like a contest for don't drop that dunk-a-dunk or something, that song. Okay.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So they had a
Don't drop that dunk-a-dunk.
Yeah, so they had a dance contest, and like everyone had to, upload the video and
Hold on, the
hashtag
guys?
Well,
This was a guy contest?
Well, it was
Definitely sounds like a female contest.
it was a female contest.
Okay.
But my son and his, you know how it is in the South. Like in the South, you're half dressed anyway. So
Right.
it's summer. They're just like in their, their little gym shorts or whatever, and that's it. And I mean, they're good looking guys. And so they did the video where they're like, twerking and upload it.
Yeah.
And I don't think they paid any attention until like the next day they saw it, and it just had like tons of likes.
Wow.
And did really well. So then they're like, well, we'll do it again. Like, we'll do it again. So then they did a few like different dance routines, and all had. Was it 6 seconds? I can't remember. I think it was 6 seconds. It was like
It was either 6 or 7.
Yeah, it was
like that.
really short.
Yeah, it was
and
super
at the
short.
and at the beginning when Vine started, like now, like even like TikTok, how you can kind of splice it and edit. With how it originally was, you had to do it straight. It had to be perfect
Right.
the first time, or redo it.
Trust me, I've done many Vine videos that didn't come out right.
You know how it is, like right at first, right?
Right.
And then they just started doing like funny sketches. They did like little funny sketches. He would do some of the sketches at the house with the kids and his brothers, and Cole always tried to keep it really clean cut. And because it had some of my kids in there, and he just always wanted to keep it more family focused. Anyway, so we didn't know what was going on. Then I'm like, well, what is this Vine thing? And and I had originally made my kids use like not their real name, like Clay. His user handle, which is still the same, is like Clay Ryan 1314, because I didn't want him to use his last name.
Wow.
So now we went from like not wanting my kids to like have their real names to like now it's
It's out there.
it's out there.
Good Lord.
It's out there.
So when did you know this was real? Because like a lot of parents, you know what I'm saying, look at social media as like a game, or they look at it as like frivolous entertainment, not really something that someone could actually make a living off of.
Well,
I mean, nowadays probably, but back
Nowadays,
then, no. Okay,
never.
so what was your initial thoughts on this, and when did you realize, like, hold on, this is actually real? Like, this is something that could be something huge.
Well, I'm one of these people that I'm always like, think that like when we started realizing there was something more. He used to work at a little ice cream place. His summer job was Milky Moose, and he was scooping ice cream, and basically making minimum wage. And then a company messaged him and wanted him to do an ad on his Vine, and that ad was more money than he would have made working the whole summer.
Oh wow!
So then we were like, wow, not necessarily that this is something that he could do for the rest of his life, but definitely something that.
Were you skeptical though?
Okay, we were still encouraging him to go to college, and he did do a year in college.
Okay.
But we thought he could do these ads, and not necessarily have to have an hourly wage job. That he could do these ads and make good money. I didn't think he would completely support himself, but just more be like supplemental income.
Well, okay. Slow down for a second. Okay. Because I'm trying to get in the mindset, all right, of a mother in Alabama.
Right.
Now, how many kids you had at this point?
At that point, all 6.
Okay,
we had 6.
6 kids.
6 kids.
I would imagine husband is probably working. You're taking care of the kids.
Yep.
The kids is in the room dancing, enjoying whatever they enjoy. I'm sure you're not fully tapped in, but now a company approaches. Now, when you get this company, right, did you think it was a scam at first? Because in my mind, I'm like, oh, it's a scam. Like, it's got to be a scam. There's no way they're paying you to do this.
Gosh, I really wish I could remember what the first one was. I don't remember. I will say this. HP reached out to him and flew.
Hewlett-Packard.
Yes.
Okay.
Flew Cole and his brother Jack. So my third son is Jack. Flew Cole and Jack to Mexico to do an ad for one of their laptop things that kind of moves around.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so
How old were they?
17 and 18.
Oh wow.
Or maybe 18 and 19.
And they went by themselves?
Yeah, they went by themselves.
Oh,
so maybe they were,
God.
maybe 17 and 18. Yeah, yes.
Okay.
And they went by they went by themselves. Obviously they met up with HP picked them up and did the whole 9 yards. I mean, they took good care of them.
Did they have to meet with you or talk to you or at any point? Or are you just letting them like, hey, do
I
your
think
thing?
I'm assuming, Ken would know more details because he for a long time, Ken, which is Cole's dad, acted as if acted as Cole's manager.
Oh, okay.
So would read over all the contracts. Ken is highly intelligent. He has his PhD, so he can read it and ask questions, negotiate better deals, weed out fake things. You do, unfortunately, you do get fake things. You'd have people that would, something that would just, even though he was legally, 18, you would get like pedophile kind of creeper guys that would want to like, oh, we're filming this, we're filming that. And when you like start to look into it, it's like, no, there's no film. You're just wanting
just creepy.
Just creepy.
Okay.
So, women deal with it, so do guys, they're just creepers. So.
Now, how often are these deals, now they all coming through Instagram?
He set up an email.
Okay.
So set up an email. But yeah, I mean, even to this day, like I'll have, like for myself, I'll get companies that will write to me on Instagram or they'll send me an email, asking if I would like to, I don't normally get paid for things. I don't get paid for ads, but sometimes I'll get like a free product. And so I got like a hammock. And they said, would you like this hammock? I'm like, oh, my God, I would love to have a hammock.
So, hold on. Your son flew out.
So I get free stuff.
You get hammocks.
I get hammocks
Oh,
and
my God. We
got
to balance this thing out, Shorty.
I know. Mama needs
We got to figure this out. Come on.
Money. Mama needs some money.
Right.
Not just free hammocks.
Good Lord. Okay. I mean, okay. So how often is this coming in? Is this like because I could imagine at one point they were still in high school, right?
Yes, and so this is kind of funny too. So Cole is very good, studious.
And it's only two of your sons that are involved at this point?
Social? Actually, really 3 of my sons. My oldest one just really never got into it. And then you had Cole, which, obviously he's the one that's super successful. But then Jack and Clay, they dabble in it too. They have a good following. They'll play around with it. I don't know if necessarily they make money off of it, but they have a pretty good following and play around with it. But so those are the three. Even my two younger ones have like a good little following, but I guess maybe we could try to get some revenue. I don't know. I'm not really. I'm horrible at that. That's not I'm horrible at it. Obviously, I just get a free hammock.
I see. Listen, we gotta figure out these business negotiations because they're not going good.
They're not going good. They are not. Yeah, and then so then Ken was filtering all this stuff out, and then so Cole was really starting to make good money. Then we did do The Amazing Race.
Now, how did that whole thing come about?
Okay, so CBS.
That seems huge.
Yes, and we did have to make sure it wasn't a scam, because CBS is reaching out. So CBS reached out to Cole and then my third son Jack.
Okay, hold on. Now, before CBS reaches out, right? At this point, have you realized your sons are famous?
Okay, yes. So this is when you really started realizing that he's famous. Is like. We go to the mall and girls are just flocking and taking pictures of them. And
how many girls are you talking about? Like 1, 2, 3?
No, enough to get us thrown out of a mall.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So all of us went shopping one time. This was like the really first, not the first one. They did another event. They just said, "Hey, we're showing up here," and gosh, I don't have the footage, but there was I don't know, tons of girls, and they jumped on this stage thing, and they were talking, and it was really cute. So then we all went to the mall, my brothers and my mom and their wives, we all went to the mall, and then I guess one by one, girls started talking Cola Brant's here, and then next thing you knew, you had this huge group of girls wanting to take pictures, and we're looking, wow, that's kind of crazy. And then security came, and then we're we're really sorry about this, but this is causing a disruption, and apparently I guess it's crowd control, whatever.
Yeah.
So we need you to leave. And we're okay.
Now, were you able to shop at all at the time?
Luckily, we had already done a majority of our shopping.
Okay.
And so we were done. But what's happening is just as he was shopping, girls were seeing him and taking pictures and then posting it. And then I guess then more girls were just starting to come to the mall.
So you just turned into a rock star.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Wow.
It was pretty funny, yeah. And even to this day, obviously now, anytime we go places, people always still take pictures of Cole and Savannah and the kids.
But I would imagine you're used to it now.
We're used to it now.
Okay.
Now when they just take pictures, I just back up and get out of the way.
Now, as a mom, right? Because this is a different perspective, because it's one thing to be the person that's going through it, because you're it's just a totally different perspective to be a parent watching this, because it's just were you afraid at some point that maybe you're somebody was gonna get too crazy, or did you ever kind of feel maybe this was too much too fast?
Not that I ever thought it was too much too fast, but I will say that I have, his dad and I have talked to him about, which he has it. I mean, he has all this, but you were saying about that performer who was shot.
Right.
I guess he was shot. He was killed, and so that's something that's always worried me. So Cole does live in a gated community. His home is gated. He has security. Security system cameras, all that stuff. He's able to protect his house, and that's been very important to me, because there are crazy people, and there are people stir the pot, and make you sound like a horrible person. Well, all it takes is just one crazy to read that and think oh my gosh, they're so horrible. Well, I can take care of that, Right. So that's something that, as a mom, that's always worried me. This is their life. This is their livelihood. This is their job. Just like whether you're in TV or a movie actress, or a singer and whatever. This is, you know, I feel like a lot of times people will cut down, you know, social media personalities, but again, it is still a job.
Yeah.
And it does put you in the limelight, and you're just going to have people that hate you.
Okay.
And so as a mom, that's probably when I come out as Mama Bear. Like, I'm actually like, I mean, we've talked before. You know, I'm like a super nice, easygoing girl.
Super sweet.
Thank you. like, yeah, like a really sweet girl. But I will tell you this, when somebody comes after one of my kids,
the claws come out.
And I
I know that's right.
yeah, it doesn't matter, and I don't care if it hurts your feelings, and if you think I'm a horrible person, I don't care.
Have you ever had that experience where you had to like check somebody?
What, in real life?
Yeah, like well, I guess online and real life.
Online, yes. Online, most definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. You have to realize that those sort of threats are normally never done under their real name. It's always
Some alias.
yeah. So
Yeah.
and then yeah. So unfortunately, that's what it is.
Okay.
You know, I carry protection because you know you just
This is stand your ground state. You know what I'm saying?
I know. Yes, it is.
You got to
Yes,
be able
it-
to protect.
You have to be able to. You have to know how to protect and know how to protect yourself.
Straight
And
up.
so-
Straight up. So, has it ever gotten out of hand in real life? Like a girl maybe gone too far with your son, or maybe people trying to come to the house or anything like that?
Yes. So one of the previous, unfortunately, it is very difficult to keep your address private.
Right.
You know, because people just like they'll look through and try like through they'll look through old house listings and find out where you live.
Yeah. Which is shocking that is online too. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like.
Oh yeah. And then what I think is so funny is that then people will they'll post about it, like this is where they live, and then other people will post that saying, "Oh, look how stupid they are. Everyone knows where they live," and then they're you're helping the issue as well.
Right,
And that
exactly.
you're posting the exact same thing, so you're part of the issue.
Right.
You know, so you're complaining about it, but you're part of the issue. So they have had people come to their other house because their other house was not a gated community. The house was not gated. So this house, no, but previous house. I actually sent an email to Cole and to Jack.
Okay.
And, first thought it was a joke, but it actually, it was real.
Mm-hmm.
It was real. And so what it was a social media cast. And so they had like YouTubers, Instagram models, that kind of thing.
Now, were you jumping in Cole's videos at the time?
Yeah, Cole would use us every so often. Like Ken and I were always kind of more like the goofy kind of parents trying to be cool, So that was kind of our shtick, is kind of doing little silly things, or like me being a mom, like clean your room, that kind of stuff, like just kind of silly little stuff like that. But I didn't think that CBS would really want me. They mostly I thought would want like Cole and then definitely Jack, two brothers, good looking, athletic, but they weren't sure. They knew they wanted Cole. They wanted Cole to audition, so they knew they wanted Cole, but then they weren't sure which of the family members. So they had my oldest son, boy number 3, Ken, and myself. We all did like different little videos with Cole. And then, you upload it to YouTube, make it private, and, they can look at it. And surprisingly, CBS picked me to be his partner.
So they bypassed the strapping young boys.
Yeah.
and went straight to the mother. To do the Amazing Race, which is around the entire world.
Okay, so here's the thing. They did not
Must have been one hell of a video.
The two.
Two?
Yes.
And didn't get picked?
Yeah, and here's the thing. He's like.
He must have hated that.
He's very good looking, highly intelligent.
I'd have been mad.
Easily, but he's bilingual, but then understands like a few other languages.
He's perfect.
He's perfect.
They said no.
I feel
we want the mother.
So because this
who's the mother of this team here? That's who we want.
So this was mine. I think so it was just like you were supposed to say like why you would be good for the race, and then why would you want to do it. So I said, I would love to do the race because Cole's about to go to college, and what mother wouldn't want to travel the world with her kid?
Oh, that storyline. That sounds good.
And then my skills are I've been a stay-at-home mom my whole life, so I know how to make sandwich and know how to clean toilets.
They said this is going to be good.
There we go.
We're going to throw her in about 15 third world countries.
Pretty much.
This is going to be good. Okay, now I can see how this is happening.
They were like, I'm sure they were like this. Well, we're about to see a train wreck.
Right. This is going to be a very slow, entertaining, beautiful train wreck. They was like, yes we've got one.
Well, because we lived in South Alabama, so the nearest airport was Atlanta, which is a drive. Now you had a little tiny airport, Dothan, which only has like maybe 2 terminals. So that was our airport. And so next, so
we was in the sticks.
South Alabama. That's no big airports.
Oh my
and then
God.
next thing you know, we're like traveling internationally, and then this was so funny is that I'm a mom, and as a mom, like you see my purse, you always got to have extra stuff because you never know what's going to happen.
Right.
So when I pack for the race, you got to carry everything in your backpack. Everything's carry on, but I put so much. I had like an extra pair of shoes, and then I had like duct tape, like what if our shoes got messed up, and then I had like all sorts of medicines. Like,
were you like a Girl Scout or something?
I packed like a Girl Scout.
Jeez.
I packed like a Girl Scout.
I want to go on a trip with you.
Then I even packed like some books so we could read.
Okay, you're tripping now.
Yeah, so by like the third leg, we were just like, everyone's looking at me. They're like, you've got to make that backpack lighter.
Get that stuff out
one
of
of the countries, we just like pulled out like half the stuff, and we just left it in the hotel room in case some. It was clothes, clothes and shoes and good stuff, in case,
So let me ask you this. Before you're thrown out here, first of all, if I was your husband, I'd have been pissed.
Oh.
Like, I'd have been supportive, but I'd have been pissed.
I'm sure he was like this. Seriously?
Right, like, y'all playing with me right now. Like, is this a joke?
Have you heard her speak Spanish?
Right.
It is not good. It is not good.
So I know that had to be a blow. But, okay, so before you get thrown out here to The Amazing Race.
Yes.
Had you watched it before? Like, were you like a fan of The Amazing Race show?
Okay, so when you have 6 children, you really don't get to watch a lot of TV. So I have watched the show, but I was never able to like sit down every Sunday night and watch The Amazing Race.
Right.
So I knew of the show, I understood the concept, watched a few episodes here and there, but I can't say I was like a fan that I've watched it a lot. Just
clearly didn't know what you was getting into.
So I did is I binged watched like, because we still had to audition, so I binged watched like seasons of The Amazing Race, and I thought Cole was doing the same.
But no.
But he was not. He was not. So honestly, while we're racing, every so often he would be like, "Okay, so what exactly does this mean again?" So, and it's funny because we were racing against people that were like huge fans of The Amazing Race and knew all strategies. Like Cole.
There's a strategy to it?
Oh, there's like all these. Yeah, there's strategies.
But you just had to survive.
Yeah, that was our strategy. Our strategy was always to come in second to last. Second to last. And we just wanted to have a good time.
No,
we
that's
wanted
right.
to laugh. Like, the thing that we wanted to do is that make sure that, who we are in real life is who we are on TV.
Right.
And we're just like 2 goofy people. We're laughing the whole time, having I did cry right at first. It was very, very stressful.
Like, what made you cry?
I had put a lot of stress on myself that, because you can get out the first leg. And, here I am like this middle-aged woman, and I'm racing against people that are half my age.
Hold on. So this wasn't like a mother-son competition episode?
No. We were racing against some, like 2 girls in their 20s, and then 2 guys in their 20s, and like a couple in their early 30s.
Oh my God,
and then,
CBS was trying to set y'all up.
Yeah. So now I think there was another There was a daughter-mother team and a daughter-father team, and then we were the mother-son team.
Okay.
But then everyone else was very young, very young. And there was even a few times that Cole would carry my backpack. So he would carry his and mine just so I could. And he would always, she's like, come on, Mama. And like, I'm running. I'm doing my best. But we just wanted to have a good time and make sure that how we were on TV. Anyway, so I did the first couple of legs. I was really stressed out because I was afraid that I was going to mess up and cause him to be out of the race. I was just going to really, as a mother, you just don't want to mess up for your kid.
Right.
And then, but then after like the first couple of legs, we weren't like the top team, but we weren't the bottom teams. We were doing okay.
Right.
And I started getting getting more confidence, and we had a lot more fun.
How much is it? What percentage of it is mental, and what percentage of it is actually physical?
Oh gosh, I mean, definitely 80% is physical. I mean, you really are running the whole time. The whole time. A big portion that this show doesn't show, which I wish they would, but I know they don't because it's probably a little dangerous. But the taxi rides are crazy fun, and you have to make sure you get the right taxi. I have to give that to Cole. Cole was always good at because you have to ask this taxi, who can take you, and if the taxi driver was just like, what, Cole was like, nope, not this one, we'll go to the next one. And we really never had an issue with our taxi, where a lot of other teams either lost coming in first place or ended up getting eliminated because of their taxi. And that happens all the time with the show.
So these taxis, were they just a part of the show, or were they
they
just
are
random?
They are real taxis.
So they was for real, just getting them lost.
Yes, for real, getting them lost.
Oh man,
I know. Yes.
Oh man, if I'm coming in first place and a taxi get me lost, I'm fighting.
Oh, yeah, there was that happened. Yeah, that happened.
Okay, so you're in the Amazing Race. Now, how long does this whole thing last?
You're gone. You disappear for a month.
Ooh.
Because when you get to LA, they take your phones. You say hey, we're here. You let your family know you're here, and that's it. You're gone. They take your phones. They take your credit cards, your cash. You get to keep your passport. That's it. You get to keep your passport, and then you are legit racing for 3 weeks. The first week is all production. You go interviews, pictures. But then you're racing solid for
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Good Lord.
So you're hitting different time zones, and it is. I have to say that while you're racing, you would think that you would have jet lag, but we didn't have jet lag. But then once we were done and we came back home, I think Cole and I probably slept for 3 days solid.
Oh wow.
And I think other people were the same way when you go into sequester. And a lot of people got sick after as well. Cole got sick. I didn't get sick, but Cole got sick. So I just think that your body is just so exhausted from what you're doing. And
good Lord.
Yeah.
Now, before that, had you done any type of extreme racing or any type of extreme anything like that?
No,
anything that physical?
I used to teach. I've always been physically active, and I used to teach Zumba and pound fit classes when we lived in Troy. So I've always been in good shape, but running's a whole totally different monster. And then running with something on your back, so I my backpack, I think was scraping the back of my lower back. So I ended up having a huge blister that we had to not a blister, but a raw patch that we had to Band-Aid up. And we didn't get sick in any places. I can at least say that. That's pretty good.
So
but I've never, but not to that extreme. I've never done anything like that. So
did you guys get to rest between the countries though?
Yes, you do. So what happens is you're racing during the leg, and then when that leg is over, then they put you in a hotel room.
Okay.
And so just Cole and I were in the hotel room. You don't talk to other teams because you're not on camera anymore, and they don't want you to develop friendships with other teams. Yeah, alliances without the camera. You can, but they want the camera there.
Oh, okay.
If the camera's not there, they don't want to, they don't want it happening. So, but really, you go into your room. I would have Cole shower first, and I'd say, leave your clothes in the shower. And then I would hop in the shower when he was done, and I would wash all of our clothes with, the hotel shampoo. And then I brought a rope with clothespin, and I hung up our clothes and let them dry overnight.
What the heck? Did they tell you to do that?
I read that some people said, because you can't wash your clothes, you can't call a hotel service, they're not going to wash your clothes, and you definitely don't want to wear the nasty clothes for 3 weeks. So I had read somewhere that someone said they brought a clothesline, and I was like, that's smart. So I brought a clothesline.
Dad would have never thought of that. Just to let you know, they'd have been wearing the same nasty clothes
for 3 weeks.
For 3 weeks. It's just not something we do. You know, that's definitely.
That was a mom thing.
That was definitely a mom thing.
That was a mom thing. And I brought I knew that it would be difficult at times to sleep because of, the time difference. And so I brought Benadryl. I didn't want to.
Oh, wow.
I've actually never taken sleeping pills.
Yeah.
But I had heard that you can take them and they can make you groggy or something.
Right, yeah.
So I just brought us Benadryl that if we needed to take,
wow.
something, it's not going to keep you to sleep, but it would at least make you a little drowsy. And
once again, another thing we would not have thought about. Good Lord, you were clearly the right choice. Okay, so at the end of it, what place did you come in?
We came in second.
Came in second place. Now that has got to be a very unlikely possibility.
Yes, it is. So what happened is that the Amazing Race always has two non-elimination legs, and at least one a continuation leg. The thing is, you don't know what it is at that time. So one of the legs, we came in last, and so I thought we were out. Like, it was my fault. We're out, and to find out, it was a continuation leg. So really, that was a 2-country leg.
Oh, okay.
And so,
like a part 1, part 2.
Part 1, part 2.
Okay.
And so I, we get to the mat, and I'm like crying, because I messed this up. But he was like, "This is a non-elimination. This is a continuation." So we got that one. We got the continuation. The next country we did very well and did fine. Then Dubai was an outright nightmare. It was a self-drive leg, and it was horrible, absolutely horrible. And we came in last. We came in so last. And we came in so last that at that point, I was mentally prepared that, something, we've come really far. We have great memories. This was fun. We're riding the little boat, we're last,
Right.
and we know. So we're just enjoying, soaking it all in. And then to find out that was a non-elimination leg. And we're like this. Really? So what the non-elimination leg means is that the next leg, you have to do an extra task.
Oh, wow.
So where everyone else has to do 2 or 3, you have to do 3 or 4. And I don't know what it was. It was kind of like that lit a fire under us. And I looked at him. I'm like, I really think we're going to do well this leg. And he's like, I think we will too. And I can tell you right now, if we didn't have that extra task that we had to do, we probably, that might have been the only leg that we would have come in first. We were just on. We did really well. And the task that we chose for each other to do was just absolutely perfect. So the one that he did required a lot of strength that I wouldn't have been able to do. And then the other one was I had to put together a huge kite, like a massive, huge kite. But I kind of like that kind of thing. I like putting things together. I like to solve puzzles. And I think, Cole would have been fine, but I think, obviously I was the better choice with it.
I think he was a better choice overall, come to think of it. Maybe CBS wasn't setting you up.
I know. Well, I guess I have to figure that they know what they're looking for and what the audience likes. And I think maybe they just thought that, I think they saw that Cole and I really do have a great relationship. We really get along well. And, I guess they probably thought that, America would love to watch that. And you have to realize I got, a lot of messages of, moms and sons writing me saying, oh, I the whole time you were racing, I was imagining me doing this with my mom or me doing that with my son. And, and so that, you have to realize that when you're doing this, people are putting themselves in your shoes. And I would love to do that. And anyway.
So when it's all said and done, right? How did doing the Amazing Race just impact you overall?
I will say this. I think it did have a huge impact. And I'm not downplaying being a stay-at-home mom. It's if I had to do everything all over again, I would do the exact same thing. But there is something about your whole life is always focused on your kids. You don't have a job, so there's no career. Everything is completely encompassed around your children, which is wonderful.
Yeah.
But, probably my self-confidence and that I can do things and do things well had probably really plummeted. And, you know, me doing the race and doing things that I just never thought I could ever really do. I'm terrified of heights. Now, I still ride roller coasters. I still do all that stuff. But, you know, climbing the side of a mountain or, you know, jumping off of a building, you know, it's totally different than a roller coaster. And I did them, and I succeeded. And then...
Hold on. I thought you were exaggerating a little bit. You jumped off a building?
Yes, so the finale, we had to tether jump off of a building. Yes.
Oh, yeah, I'm out.
Yeah. Oh.
That's where I quit. we just never completed it. Actually,
Yeah, it was terrifying.
How
again,
tall is this building?
Oh my! I don't know. Like, I mean, tall enough to where there was a helicopter on top to fly us off.
Oh yeah. Nah, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, it was.
Were there black people in this race? Because we would have. I mean, I'm not speaking for the entire black race.
Well,
but for the majority of us. That's where we humbly bow out. We're not jumping off no buildings now.
Well, by that point, no. And you know something? Maybe that they were brothers. Maybe they were like, nah, I don't think so.
I'm not jumping
like,
off the building. Like, nah.
We're out.
Like, what are we doing this for? Like, it's not an automatic win. We don't know. We don't really know what the heck is going on after this.
Yeah.
Nah.
Like Cole had to jump off of a cliff into a water. And then he had to wear like a little ankle thing. And Cole was like, well, what's this ankle monitor thing? And they're like, oh, it sends off like electric waves to chase away sharks. So like we're like,
yeah, I'm not doing it.
So you mean there's sharks in it? There's sharks here?
Oh yeah. I'm not. Nah. Put me on the Wheel of Fortune or something.
I got to parasail or I guess paraglide over the French Alps.
Oh my God!
And it was scary a little bit, but so beautiful. It's scary. Like if you think about it, like wow, if a strong wind comes, you know, it's like I'm slammed against a mountain and I'm dead. But
there's that.
But it is absolutely beautiful, you know. So I got to do a lot of fun things, and really, I have to say this because I got to do the show. I have made genuine friends. I made a lot of friends on that cast, and then it's allowed me to do charity events. And with those charity events, I've met other reality personalities. I've done Survivor, Big Brother, also Amazing Race, Naked and Afraid, and they're all just like, I mean, I haven't met all of them, but the ones that, like my little clique of friends, we all get along. We'll all go do a little trip together.
Would you do Naked and Afraid?
Okay.
Because that's extreme. I love that show.
Hold on. I want to tell you this. I would easily do Naked and Afraid.
Really?
Yeah, I would, because I don't care. I'll get naked. I don't care.
Oh, my God.
But then I watched one of these. They had like a little behind the scenes Naked and Afraid. And also now that I know people that have done it, like bugs are like biting all up. Like all up, all up on your girl, and I'm like, and then you know you're gonna probably have your period, and now you're like,
hold on, good Lord, Jesus,
yeah, was I not
they
supposed
didn't
to say
show
that?
No, you
okay.
good. But we never saw those episodes.
No, but that yes. So
what happens when they get their period? They're not allowed to use tampons.
Okay, they do let them use tampons.
Okay,
they do let them use tampons, but you know, women, y'all know what I'm talking about. You know, it's you know, you don't have anything to properly clean.
Oh God.
And so it's just like, as soon as I heard that there were bugs all up in like and around that crevices, I was like,
yeah, that's
no.
But you know, you know when I watch Naked and Afraid, I don't know if everybody else notices this, but I feel like people stopped making clothes like a long time ago, Like me personally, the moment I get there, I'm trying to make clothes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like a lot of people go through the whole thing without making the clothes.
Yeah,
like,
I would probably want shoes. I probably want little shoes. I've seen, you know, sometimes they make shoes. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cute. And I would probably want like a little thing between my legs.
Yeah, like a little tribal.
Yeah, just a little something. You know, the rest, I don't like really care. I don't, you know, it's what it is. But I would, mostly because I just don't want bugs up in there. Or if I'm sitting down in the dirt, I don't want like
dust.
I don't want dust and dirt all up in there. So I had thought that I was like, oh my gosh, that would be kind of fun, especially if I was with like my partner, like really knew like survival stuff. Because all you have to do is like say, go get sticks, and I would go get sticks, and go do this, I would go do this. You know, I could probably do that. I don't need to eat a lot. I probably could eat some bugs, probably.
So you're probably fully equipped for Naked and Afraid.
Yeah, except for I would eat bugs. I just don't want bugs up in my stuff.
Right. We'll just eat them before they get there.
Get them in my mouth.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Lure them in. And then
I lured them into this hole, not this hole.
Right, exactly. You know, we can figure it out. But I don't know. I think Naked and Afraid would probably be a show that I feel like I would just go on there just to lose weight. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like everybody who goes on there loses like a ridiculous amount of weight.
Lot of weight.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I could probably use that in my life. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, the thing is, probably another reason why I wouldn't want to do it. Like, I have a friend who's done it, and she said that like you go through with so much malnourishment that actually her hair is not the same anymore. That it's not like it's still thick and it's beautiful, but she said, you know, before Naked and Afraid, her hair was a lot thicker and more luxurious.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. No.
I wear hats all the time. My hair is crazy right now.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I throw a hat on, I'm good. I just need the weight loss.
Yeah, the weight loss.
You know what I'm saying? If I can figure that out, I'm good. You feel me?
See, being my luck, they would probably throw me someplace that would be cold and rainy, and I hate being cold. I would much rather be someplace where it's just like hot.
Yeah, throw me in the Amazon or something.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with that.
Right.
But they would probably throw me someplace cold where it's raining, and I'd just be like shaking like this the whole time.
No, that I can't do.
Yeah, I couldn't either. I'd be out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
just put me someplace hot and dry.
Right.
You know.
I could probably do a desert. I could do the Amazon. I could do some random jungle in Peru. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to be, because there's times where it's like a monsoon happening.
And like everything,
and they're cold.
They're cold, and everything that they built, like their fire is gone.
Yeah.
And you can't like boil your water if you need to. Like it just like really messes.
Yeah, I don't want to go nowhere where it's extreme rain, like the extreme torrential rain. I couldn't do it.
No, I couldn't
either.
What I'm saying?
No. Okay, so when it comes to because you also was on Family Feud too, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, have you tried to get on any other type of reality shows?
No, and honestly, I've never tried. It's funny because I've done two. That was not my doing. So I did Amazing Race because of Cole, and then Family Feud was because at the time my youngest brother lived in, we lived from outside of Atlanta, and they do a lot of TV shows there. So he was an extra in a lot of like those TVs. I think maybe extras like in a couple of movies, and someone I think he was an extra sitting in the audience for Family Feud, and they were like, "Hey, do you live here?" And he goes, "Yeah." And they're like, "Do you have family that lives here?" He goes, "Yeah, I do." And they're like, "Well, would y'all like to audition for Family Feud?" And
What's up?
yeah, so he asked my mom and dad and my brother. And asked if I would do it, and I was like, at the time I lived in Alabama, but I'm like, I'll drive up and do the audition. And yeah, we got.
It's so weird that so many opportunities come in while you're in Alabama of all
What?
places.
Who would have
like,
thought?
Good Lord.
Well, and like me of all people, because I just feel like I'm just so like normal.
Yeah.
I'm just like a normal mom. Like,
listen, I've lived in New York.
Yeah.
I lived in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I lived in Miami. Like, none of those opportunities have ever come close to me. And you're living in Alabama. Of all places.
And I'm not even looking for it. Like it's not like I'm sending audition things to like or I'm writing companies like, hey, I would love to be on this show. Nothing. No.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But I mean, is that something that you desire to do, or you just don't want to, or what? Because I think you have a great personality, and I think that you could actually, be a reality star, like professionally. You know what I'm saying? Like a professional. I don't know if that's even a thing.
I mean, it is. I mean, a lot of people that have done, that they have done. Survivor have gone on and done like a few other like MTV shows or things like that. I've never pursued it. But then again, I'm 51 years old. How often do you ever see a 51-year-old woman? Like they don't make reality shows for older people. I mean, it's all like it's all like younger people dating or like Tropical Island.
Sherry. You came in second place on the Amazing Race. You beat out your husband. and your 2 boys, I think you might be the one to break through. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so if anyone's watching and you're like, oh wow, we really would love to have like an older woman in our
Listen,
show.
first of all, you don't look like an older woman. Let me just put that out there. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Like, if you keep telling us you 51, but
I don't mind. I actually love my age.
I mean that's beautiful.
I love
But
it.
if you didn't tell us, we would
You
not
wouldn't know.
know.
You wouldn't know. Well,
I
thank
wouldn't
you.
even have said that like at all. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like
thank
you're
you.
looking better than some of these 20-year-olds out here. You know what I'm
Uh-oh.
saying? Because I be at the club on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? And they looking crazy. You know what I'm saying? But you're looking good. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So
thank you.
don't be surprised. You know what I'm saying? Don't underestimate yourself. Because obviously you've been shining. You know, even when you least expected it. You know what I'm saying? You definitely have touched areas and done things that you probably would have never thought you did.
Never in a million years.
Yeah,
ever.
you know what I'm saying?
I would have never thought I'd be on TV.
I don't think it's over. I don't think it's over for you.
No, maybe.
Honestly, you know, if you wasn't trying, right, and
Yeah.
you got that opportunity, just imagine if you actually tried.
I actually did try it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you might.
I don't
You
know.
know what I'm saying? If you get on the
Alright.
show, let me know.
I know. Well,
You know
say
what
some
I'm
people hit me up. Say,
Hey, listen, I'll do a video. You know what I'm saying? I'll do a little audition video. Let me know. You know, if you need a partner.
we like create our own reality show.
Listen, if it's Naked and Afraid, I'm down. You know what I'm saying?
Well, hold on. But if it was me and you as a team,
Mm-hmm.
like it would be like 2 people starving because
Hey.
I don't have any skills. Like I don't have any. I don't have any like light.
First of all, I got all the skills.
I got them too, but not nature skills.
Listen, I got all nature skills. You know what I'm saying? I study Naked and Afraid a lot.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So you can like make a house and like
well,
you could
Sherry, come on.
you could like kill like a bunny or something like that.
Listen, hold on, relax. I'm trying to get on the show, Sherry. You know what I'm saying?
trying to get
we'll
on the-
figure it out when we get there. But for show purposes, I can do all that.
Oh, I can do
I can
it
do
all.
all that.
We can do it all.
You know what I'm saying? Really, it's going to be naked and weight loss for me. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
But
And I would probably be like smearing mud all over my
There
body
you
just
go.
to keep the bugs away.
Right, yeah. See, you already know what to do.
Yes.
You already know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like with my expertise in reality show TV, I feel like we can go straight to the top. Because in that show, all you got to do is survive, right?
Survive, yeah.
I can survive.
I can survive.
I'm from the Bronx. I've been surviving my whole life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could survive. If that's all you got to do. I ain't running.
Well, I just have to make sure they got boxes big enough. You know,
Hey,
they have to
listen.
have those big blur boxes.
Hey, listen. It's all good. You know
It's
what I'm
all
saying? It's all good. We can make this thing happen. All right. So so what's next for Miss LaBrant? Other than Naked Afraid with Shorty Rock
That's right. That's right.
season
Whatever. I
have
don't
our
know.
own little
I don't know what
spinoff.
I said. You know, I just am being a little bit more low key. I kind of keep like, I mean, you know, online I really don't post as much as like what I used to. I kind of like to keep things a little bit more private.
Okay.
But you know, I have like great friends and great family, and you know, our whole family's coming. We'll all come together for Thanksgiving and have like a huge bash. And
That's what's up.
I know we're like Thanksgiving is really our big family thing because like all sides of the family come together, and it's huge, and it's not just one day that we spend together. It's just like the whole time.
Okay.
Yes.
That's what's up. That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's really
You know
nice.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So let me ask you this though, or let me pose this to you. Number one, I feel like I don't know if you've decided to just stop. But I don't think you should.
Okay.
Okay, that's number one. Number two, I feel like you're the type of person that lights up a room. You know what I'm saying? Like you have a very warm spirit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when people hear you, they are really it's easy for you to draw a connection. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like there's a ton of women that would draw inspiration from your story. You know what I'm saying? And who you are and what you've been through. And just because we get a little older, you know what I'm saying, doesn't mean that we have to come to an end at some point. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's still adventures.
And I
out
will
there.
tell you this, I completely agree. I am a very free spirit, and it is sad. I do feel like that people think that when a woman gets a little bit older, that she needs to tame herself, not be that free spirit. But I personally think that I think women get better with age. I think we just get better with age. You know, yes, you get some wrinkles and things like that here, but I feel like we become more beautiful, we become more wise. You know, it might not necessarily care how people judge you as much, and so you just appreciate life a whole lot more. I personally think that women get so much better with age, and that's why I don't mind saying my age. But I mean, I know I draw inspiration when I see women that are older than I am that are. I'm gonna go ahead and say it, and has no. I love Lisa Rinna. I watch her on Instagram. She does like silly little dances, and she's still sexy. She's still beautiful, and enjoys life. So I look at her and I'm like, well, if she's doing that, I can do that too.
Listen, that's you. Like, no, for real. Like you're the inspiration. Like you gotta think about this, right? There are a ton of mothers who have spent their lives taking care of their kids, worrying about their husbands, and basically their lives have centered around their family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And here you are in the midst of that and out here traveling the world, you know what I'm saying, on television, you know what I'm saying, like your social media is crazy, you know what I'm saying, and you're doing these different events, and it just really shows the potential of what they can do. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have to throw in the towel or settle.
You don't have to think that, like, oh, I'm a mom, it's over. No, you are still who you are before you had your kids. Granted, you know, it was a huge focus on the kids, but like for myself, my kids are much older. You know, now trying to get into the workforce, honestly, it is difficult. You know, you've been out of the workforce, or you've dabbled in it a little bit here and there.
Right.
You know, it's more difficult. You know, so I feel like I can relate to a lot of moms, and I understand, like, you know, body issues, and, you know, lack of sleep, and, you know,
You should do motivational speaking. No, for real. Like I could see that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, like I'm drawing inspiration from you, like from the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, just looking and watching and seeing and being like, dang, like she really doing it. You know what I'm saying? and then you're like extremely hot. You know what I'm saying? Which kind of like makes like, which puts you like at a higher level too, which is like, and what I mean by that is, you know, you're like the ideal wife, honestly.
oh, you're very
You know what I'm saying? No, I
sweet.
mean that because it's like, okay, when you, like, even as a man, right? As a man, we might have been in our peak physical condition back in our 20s. You know what I'm saying? And then as you get older, you start to kind of wind down. You know what I'm saying? But just imagine being married to Sherry LaBrant, where it's like your wife is still smoking hot. Like, it'll make you go to the gym. Like, it'll make you be like, nah, baby, you know what I'm saying? What we doing this weekend? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go to Paris. I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? You want to go climb a mountain or something? You know what I'm saying? Like let's go do something where I can show you off, or I can try to match where you're at as far as like just on a mental, physical, and just on a level where we're constantly connecting. You know what I'm saying? Because let's just be honest, right? Sometimes in life, people tend to forget that there's still more living to do. You know what I'm saying? Like there's still more countries to go to. There's still more restaurants you never tasted. There's still more people that you haven't met. Like my life doesn't have to just be centered around the 50-mile radius. You know what I'm saying? And I don't just gotta be doing it with my kids and my family. You know what I'm saying? I could be doing it with my smoking hot wife. You know what I'm saying? So I think that as more people hear your story, you know what I'm saying? I think that people will understand that there's more for me to do. You know what I'm saying? There's more for me to do, because who would have thought that a mother of 6 would be in The Amazing Race? You know what I'm saying?
That is true.
And I feel like that is a huge accomplishment on many levels. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like there's still more.
Well, I am one of these people that when doors open, I walk through them. Because, again, I'm always like, well, you just never know. Like, definitely, I'm always about it. And I do like to have friends in several different friend groups. Like, I don't just hang out with one sort of clique of people. I love hanging out with all sorts of people. I love going places. It is kind of funny. I have been telling people that I feel like when I turned 45, that my palate has changed. So I'm a little bit curvier than what I used to be.
That's a wonderful thing over here.
Good.
You know what I'm saying?
That's good. But I enjoy, I still watch what I eat, but like I love different cuisines. And when I was younger, I was like so nervous to try different kinds of food. Now I'm like, oh yeah, I need to try that. And there's so far hasn't been anything I don't like at the moment.
See, hey, listen, that's awesome. You know what I'm saying?
I do enjoy it.
Because you're expanding. Some people be like, well, it is what it is. I eat what I eat, and I ain't trying nothing new.
Well, that thing is, you have to like do everything in moderation. So obviously, you can't like eat out all the time, but watch what you eat like majority of the time. But then one night when you're going out with friends or family, you enjoy it and. Yeah. So I definitely don't believe in restricting your life. I think you need to like go for it. But you can't do it to an excess where now like you're drinking too much or you're eating too much or you're partying too much, Just do everything in a little bit of moderation and enjoy it.
Hey, I love it. Okay, so tell everybody how they can find you. And then also I like to do this thing where if there's something that you want, right, or something that you're looking for, I believe that the internet is like a resource. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And sometimes if you just look in the camera and say, I'm really looking for this particular thing or I would like this type of opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it'll happen. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know who's watching, right?
That's true.
So tell people how they can reach you.
Okay.
But also I want you to think about if there's an opportunity that you're looking for or want, whether it's like sponsorship or maybe being an endorsement over here or maybe another reality show or maybe it's just help with a charity. I don't know. But something that you personally want, maybe there's somebody out there that'll be like, Sherry, I can actually make that happen. You know what I'm saying? So this is the camera right here. This little camera right here.
Oh, is this it? Okay. It's been so confused. I was thinking I didn't know.
No, but I want you to look at me when we're talking. But this is the camera. This little thing right here is really the camera.
Okay.
All right, hold on. Let me go and get you right here. So they can zoom right in on you. Let me see here. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so you can find me all my social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, is Sherry LaBrant. I have a TikTok, but I think I have one TikTok with my daughter. But it's also everything's Sherry LaBrant. You know, I do feel like my passion it's because I am a licensed cosmetologist, even though that's not what I'm doing, because I don't really enjoy doing it I don't enjoy really working in a salon all that much, but I do enjoy cosmetics. So especially being older, you know, that's something I would like to do, is kind of be more inspirational for women my age, that our makeup does have to change. You know, so you can't wear the same makeup you wore when you were 20. You know, it is like, I've even bought even different makeup because I can tell some more things have changed. I love skincare, and I like, but I don't like my skincare to be too expensive, because I know that most women are, you know, we're moms, and you don't have money to spend on high, you know, or maybe you could buy like a little bit of high end here, but everything needs to be affordable. You know, I mean, I don't mind. I've obviously had, you know, these done, but I think that cosmetic procedures are great. Like I do Botox, and so I will videotape it and show, you know, what it's like. You know, because I feel like these are like little things that if it's within your budget, that we can do, that kind of not necessarily. Here's the thing. As an older woman, when you try to look, you know, you try to do different things, like whether you do Botox or maybe do like lip fillers or anything like that, people are like, oh, well, she's just trying to look like she's in her 20s. She's just trying to, you know, look too young. It's not that you're trying to look like in your 20s. I just don't want to look all, you know, like a weathered 51-year-old. If I can look, you know, like a very healthy, happy 51-year-old, then that's always what I'm going for.
Amen to that.
So it's not necessarily that you're trying to look like 20 years younger. You just want to look good. I just want to look good for my age. And you know, so I do. If I've done like, you know, if I'll get like a certain type of facial that's supposed to like, you know, help to regenerate like collagen in your skin, I'll, you know, post about that. So a lot of my YouTube videos lately have been, you know, things like that, because I figure that if I'm having questions and I get it done, then there's somebody else that they have a question and they can watch the video and be like, oh wow, that may be something I would like to do, or that's something I wouldn't like to do, and they can look in their area. So those are things that I really, really do enjoy. And I guess that's it.
Okay. All right. You have any shout outs? Anybody you want to say hi to?
Oh my gosh, let's see. Maybe, I don't know if my sister-in-laws are still watching, but Audrey and Leela, hi. Hope y'all are still watching. And then just shout out to all my kids, Luke, Cole, Jack, Clay, Tate, and Lily. And then my grandkids, Everly, Posey, and Zealand, and little tiny baby. I'm already saying the baby's a boy, but it's probably going to be a girl. But I'm already going with a boy. And so that's my crew.
If it's a boy, name him Shorty Rock.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Shorty Rock.
And your social media is Sherry LaBrant on IG. And is that the same on YouTube?
Yes, everything.
Okay.
YouTube is Sherry LaBrant. Everything is Sherry LaBrant. I never came up with anything fancy. I was like, I'm just going to do my name. And so if anyone is like, says they're getting messages or whatever from a different name, nope. I have no aliases. It's always Sherry LaBrant. If I don't like you, and I'm going to tell you I don't like you, use my real name.
Right. No, that's right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's Miss Sherry LaBrant. Okay, listen, it's the Shorty Rock NYC show. We are wrapping it up right now. Make sure you download the Khaliseum. Make sure you...
Shorty, give me one more chance. Shorty Rock, give me one more chance. Shorty, give me one more chance. Shorty Rock, give me one more chance.
Like that.
Shorty, give me one more chance. Shorty Rock, give me one more chance.
It's your boy Shorty Rock.
Shorty, give me one more chance. Shorty Rock, give me one more chance. Shorty, give me one more chance.